welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the biggest mistakes guinea pig owners make. So whether you're a brand new owner or you've owned guinea pigs for years, there's probably something in this video that'll give you an opportunity to improve your care. And look, if you're making any of these mistakes, don't feel bad. Most of them come from misinformation shared by the pet shop industry. The important thing is that we learn and do better for our piggies. So let's jump in. This first one genuinely frustrates me, not with the owners who buy these cages, but with the manufacturers who continue to make them. Whether you go in person to a pet store or look at big brands on the internet, most of the guinea pig cages you see are simply not suitable, usually because they're too small. And if you've bought one of these small cages, the likelihood is you were let down by misleading marketing. Anyone who tells you guinea pigs are fine in a small cage either doesn't understand them or they're trying to make money off unsuspecting owners. The good news is that fixing this doesn't have to be complicated or ridiculously expensive. CNC cages, whether you buy them pre-made or build them yourself, are fantastic options. They're modular, so you can customize them, they're easy to clean, and they give your guinea pigs the space they actually need. So for 2 pigs, the minimum recommended cage size is 10.5 square feet of single flat level floor space. That's equivalent to a 2x4 CNC cage. And if you're on the lookout for a new cage and want to learn more about CNC and other choices out there, I'll share my latest review of the best guinea pig cages and my DIY CNC tutorial down in the description below. At number 2, we've got another biggie. So guinea pigs are incredibly social animals and we need to try our hardest to respect that. Keeping one alone is never ideal, and it's only something that I would consider in very exceptional circumstances, like when we had Nacho alone after he was neutered. If you're new to guinea pigs and you're thinking of just starting with one, please reconsider. Many say that they'll get another eventually anyway, so why? Just get 2 to begin with. And if you've already brought a single guinea pig home, it's not too late to fix things. Go and adopt a same-sex companion for them, ideally from a rescue where they can help you find the best match. And I hear people say things like, oh, but I'll spend lots of time with them. And whilst that's lovely, it's not the same as having another guinea pig there. We can't speak their language, we can't groom them in the same way, and we definitely can't be there all the time. And what's more, people overlook how rewarding it is to watch guinea pigs interacting. I can tell you that it's honestly the best part of being a guinea pig owner. A guinea pig living alone is being denied those everyday interactions that make life rich and interesting. So you're not just giving your guinea pig a companion, you're giving them the opportunity to truly thrive. At number 3, our next mistake is very common because it seems so convenient, and it's relying too heavily on dried, processed food like pellets and treats. The pet food industry would love you to believe that their products are the foundation of your guinea pig's diet, but the reality is very different. Let's start with pellets. Rather than the 40 grams or more per pig per day that you'll see written on the back of the pack, exotics vets actually recommend just 10 to 15 grams per pig per day. Reason being is that pellets are calorie dense and they contain cheap filler ingredients like grains which are low in nutritional value. If guinea pigs fill up on these, they won't be eating enough hay, and it's hay that should make up 85 to 90% of what they eat. Hay keeps their teeth worn down and provides essential fiber for their digestion. So choose a good quality hay. I recommend a Timothy hay plus a mixed grass meadow hay. Then choose a pellet that is Timothy hay based. Avoid muesli style pellets as they are just the equivalent of junk food. Speaking of which, as for those colourful, attractive looking treats that you'll see in the pet shop, at best you'll find they contain added sugars, and at worst you might see things like seeds, nuts and yogurt, all things that guinea pigs shouldn't have at all. These products are designed to appeal to us, they're not made with guinea pig health and well-being in mind. So save your money, focus on good quality hay, small amounts of a recommended pellet, fresh veggies, grass and herbs. Okay, Callie's here. And this next one I really sympathise with because I see it a lot in the comments. It's usually along the lines of, it's been a week and my new guinea pigs are still too scared. What do I do? And I completely understand where you're coming from. When you bring them home, you're excited to bond with them, but we must remember that guinea pigs are prey animals. Their entire evolutionary history is about survival, staying hidden, being vigilant, and not trusting easily. It's natural to think that they're domesticated, so they should be settled within weeks, but that's just not how their brains work. And building trust with prey animals takes time. That's months, not days or weeks. With my own guinea pigs, it took a long time for them to trust me, and the key is managing expectations and progressing gradually. Be patient and let them come to you at their own pace. And also, some guinea pigs are just more reserved than others. Only 2 out of 5 of mine let me pet them in the cage. Not every guinea pig is going to be super tame, and that's fine. That's just their personality. Even the shy ones will learn to trust you in their own way. It's looking pretty mild out there today, but this next mistake can have fatal consequences, especially here in the UK where our weather is so famously unpredictable. Fixing this could save your guinea pig's life. Piggies are sensitive to heat stroke over 26 degrees, and below 15 degrees they can suffer from cold. These risks are higher for senior piggies and sick piggies. And traditional outdoor hutches sold in pet shops all around the country are a no-no on their own. They're poorly insulated, prone to dampness, and often too small. Over winter you'd need so much extra insulation. You'd be packing loads of hay bedding in there every night the temperature drops. And imagine if you forgot, or there was a miscommunication and it didn't happen. Guinea pigs do freeze to death, and I see it happening on social media. A hutch with outdoor run access could work during summer if you have an indoor setup over winter. Loads of people talk about bringing their piggies indoor for the winter. And if indoor housing isn't possible, a well-designed shed or outbuilding is really the only option year-round. This would need proper insulation, full security against predators, and good ventilation. This is obviously going to cost significantly more money and work to keep your guinea pigs safe and comfortable. If you know the channel, you'll know that I've always been a strong advocate for indoor housing, and it's not just about temperature control, but it's having them be part of your daily life, noticing health problems earlier, and just having them in your home. They're your pets. You want to see them every day. So if you are keeping your guinea pigs outside and can bring them in, I really encourage you to consider it. The difference in their quality of life and your ability to enjoy and care for them is massive. Moving on, and at number 6 we have not thinking about what fresh food you're feeding. So for starters, not everything is safe, and some safe foods can be problematic when they're fed too often. A common one is feeding too many gas-producing vegetables from the brassica family, so broccolis, cauliflower, cabbages, Brussels sprouts. If given in large amounts, these can cause painful bloating. That said, they're often some of the most nutritional veggies out there, so don't avoid them completely, but feed in moderation. And another one is feeding too many high calcium veggies. So whilst calcium is important, too much leads to bladder sludge or stones. Excess calcium is those little white marks that you'll see around the cage on your fleece. So the same rule applies for things like kale, spinach, parsley, dandelion, and dill. And also with any fresh veggies or grass in spring, introduce it gradually to avoid upsetting your piggy's sensitive digestive systems. The key is balance and variety. Don't feed large amounts of the same veggies every single day. Rotate through safe options, feed 4 or 5 different ones every day, and make sure they get a range of nutrients without overloading on any one thing. Number 7, and this one's an easy mistake to make because we assume that products marketed for guinea pigs are safe, right? Unfortunately, that's not always the case. Some common examples are exercise wheels and balls and any leashes and harnesses. Don't be lured into buying these. Guinea pigs have delicate skeletons and they're not agile, so the curved shape of wheels and balls can lead to injuries. And as for harnesses, guinea pigs can't be walked, and it's probably just gonna stress them out. Other examples are unsafe wire hay racks and metal hay balls. Guinea pigs can and do get their heads stuck in things like this, which can be very dangerous. Ultimately, if something looks like it's designed more for hamsters, rats, or rabbits, or is using potentially unsafe materials, it's probably not suitable for guinea pigs and best avoided. I do have a previous video covering all the bad things, and I'll pop it down in the description. At number 8, we have unsuitable bedding, and wood shavings seem to be one of the most go-to bedding options for guinea pig owners, but not all shavings are safe. The biggest culprits are cedar and untreated pine. These contain phenols, which are aromatic oils released from the bedding. And when guinea pigs breathe this in, they get absorbed into their bloodstream, they can put serious stress on their liver, lead to liver damage, respiratory issues, and weakened immunity. So cedar should never be used, and if you choose wood shavings, aspen is the safest, but it must be dust extracted and kiln dried. Personally, I would recommend other options for bedding. So fleece liners in particular are very popular. The multiple layers wick moisture away, keeping your guinea pigs dry. The initial cost is higher, but they're reusable and machine washable, so making them cost effective over the long term. Your guinea pigs spend their entire life on bedding, so invest in it. Make sure it's soft under their feet and safe for them. It can be hard to believe at times, but guinea pigs are not simple eat, sleep, poop animals. They're actually intelligent and curious, and they need mental and physical stimulation. In the wild, guinea pigs would spend up to 80% of their day foraging and searching for food, exploring their environment. But when we keep them in cages, even if they're big like this, as pets, with food available all the time, they've got a lot of free time to fill. Without proper enrichment, guinea pigs can become bored, depressed, and it genuinely affects their quality of life. But the good news is that enrichment doesn't have to be expensive or complicated. Think like a guinea pig. Foraging enrichment, in other words, making them work for their food, taps into their natural instincts and gets them thinking. It can include things like stuffing hay into cardboard tubes, hiding vegetables around the cage, or scatter feeding pellets. And physical enrichment is about giving them things to explore and interact with. They love hiding places like tunnels, shelters, even just hay piles. And when it comes to their cage layout, change things up every few days or so. It keeps things fresh and exciting for them. Don't think of enrichment just as an optional extra. It's about letting them express their natural behaviours, keeping their minds active on a daily basis, and it genuinely improves their welfare. Next up, all piggy owners, but especially new owners, can easily miss signs of illness because unfortunately, guinea pigs are incredibly good at hiding when something's not quite right. It's only when they're visibly ill, like sitting hunched up and not eating, that people realise. So how can we possibly learn to identify illness sooner? Well, weight loss is often the first indicator that something's not quite right. Once a week, same day, same time, pop your guinea pig on the scale and jot down the weight. It takes 2 minutes. If you notice a loss of 50 to 100 grams or more in a week, or a constant steady decline, that's your early warning for a vet check. And beyond weighing, it helps to know what specific symptoms to watch for. So I've made a detailed video on the top 10 health warning signs. I will link that in the cards above and the description below. It's really worth a watch if you want to feel more confident about spotting problems early. And speaking from experience, here's something that makes dealing with emergencies so much less stressful: having an exotic vet lined up before you need them. It's rare for a standard vet to have specialised training in guinea pig care, so an exotics vet who really understands guinea pigs makes such a massive difference in getting the right diagnosis and getting treatment quickly, and it could well save your guinea pig's life. So find a good vet, get registered in advance, and it will also save you frantically searching while you're stressed and worrying about your guinea pig. So that wraps up the 10 10 biggest mistakes that guinea pig owners make and how to avoid them. And if you're making any of these mistakes, don't panic. The fact that you're here and watching this video shows you care about doing better for your piggies. And if you found this helpful, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, share a comment below, let us know what you think is the #1 biggest mistake. And if you want to learn more about guinea pig diet, I have a whole nother video just on the biggest diet mistakes, so I'll pop this up here for you to check out next. Okay guys, as always, thank you so much for watching and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!